Hey viewers, welcome back to the channel Beautiful Awakening with Shantia. Today we're going to be doing another pick a card reading, and this one is going to be on where's your destiny calling you? So what in your life needs to be illuminated? What area in your life can you be focusing your attention? How can you move towards it so you feel a lot more aligned? If you're new to this channel is dedicated to your transformation, your alignment, as well as your healing. I would love it if you guys would let me know if these readings resonate with you, and if you want any information on personal tarot readings from me, then you can look in the description box down below for any of that. All right, on to the pile preparation. Hello, my beautiful viewers. So let's go ahead and get started with the pile preparation on the topic of where is your destiny calling to you? Where do you need to focus your attention? What needs to be illuminated in your life right now? Okay, let me just adjust this mic. Okay, so I don't know what to call you guys yet. I call you viewers because I don't want anything that feels, I don't know. It takes me a while to commit to names, like an official title. So if you guys can give me some ideas, I'm open to that. All right, so today I'm going to be doing 4 piles for what is calling to you. Where's your destiny calling you? Because let's be honest, destiny is pretty big. But I think for the most part, we all have the same purpose, which is to awaken. However, we're all in different stages of our awakening process. So we're going to get some illumination on where we need to focus on our illumination currently. Okay, so for pile number 1, guides, we are going to be doing the topic of what is calling to the viewers who are watching. What is calling? Where's their destiny calling them? So for pile 1, guides of the collective, where is their destiny calling them right now? Oh, okay, we just got one right away. And any more clarifiers for pile number 1 of the collective, where's their destiny calling them? Thank you. Pile number 2, where's their destiny calling them? Guides, right now. Where's their destiny calling them right now? Okay, well, we can't take all of that. Okay. It's a little too much, but we got one solid one. So where is pile 2's destiny calling them? Right, okay, thank you. Pile 3, where's pile 3's destiny calling them right now? Where's pile 3's destiny calling them right now? Okay. And pile 4, where's their destiny calling them right now? Where's their destiny calling them right now? And any more? Where's their destiny calling them for pile number 4, guides? So I'm excited. I feel like I'm getting much more comfortable with doing these readings and just comfortable with channeling on camera. But yeah, I'm having a blast. Pile number 1, guides, clarifier for pile number 1, please. Thank you. Clarify for pile number 1, please. Actually, no. Clarify for pile number 2. Are you kidding me? What is with that? Clarifier for pile number 3, guides. Where is their destiny calling them? Clarifier. Where's their destiny calling them right now? Clarifier. Okay, thank you. And pile number 4, guides. Where's their destiny calling them? Thank you. Okay. Pile number 1, where's their destiny calling them? Sorry, yeah. Clarifier for pile number 1, guides. Thank you. Clarifier for pile number 2, guides. Thank you. Whoop. Okay, that fell all over the place. Clarify for pile number 3. Thank you. And clarifier for pile number 4. Thank you. Clarifier for pile number 1, guides. Where's their destiny calling them? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day or evening, or you had a wonderful day or evening whenever you're watching this. Pile number 2, guides. Where's their destiny calling them? Right now. Pile number 2, clarifiers, please. Pile number 2, clarifiers. Okay, thank you. Pile number 3, clarifiers, please. Of the collective. Thank you. And pile number 4, guides. Thank you. Okay, so I'm trying to decide if I want more cards or not. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I feel like less cards do. Sometimes I feel like more cards do. Okay, so let's just go ahead and see if is there any more that want to come out for pile number 1, guides. I'm thinking. Oh, okay. Any more that wants to come out for pile number 2? Thank you. And any more for pile number 3? Yeah, I think we'll be good after this. Any more for pile number 3, guides? Clarifiers? Thank you. And any more for pile number 4, please? Okay, thank you. Alrighty. Clarifiers for pile number 1, where their destiny's calling them right now. Clarifiers, please. Thank you. Clarifiers for pile number 2. Where's their destiny calling them right now? Thank you. Clarifiers for pile number 3, guides. Thank you. Clarify for pile number 4, guides. Thank you. Ooh, I haven't even seen that card yet. I didn't see the words, so I'm excited. All right, so clarifiers for pile number 1, guides, where their destiny's calling them right now. Oh, we got 2. Perfect. Clarifiers for pile number 2, where their destiny's oh, we got 2 again. Okay, that was crazy. Clarifiers for pile number 3, guides, where their destiny's calling them. Ooh. And can I get a clarifier for that card, please? Clarifiers for pile number 4, guides, where their destiny is calling them right now. Ooh, we got 2. Perfect. Okay, so that is the piles. Let us set it up. I'm gonna have to arrange this maybe a little, stretch it out a wee bit. Okay. So there are our lovely 4 piles. Yeah, even this back a little. And it has like a pattern. We'll just keep it that way. I think that's kind of cool. Okay, let's go ahead and choose the crystals aligned with each pile. Alright, so, guides, align me with pile number 1's energy of the collective, where their destiny is calling them, please. I feel like I need to put this one in the middle just because it kind of makes sense. Pile number 1. Okay, I think this Eucatite here. Pile number 1. Yep. It's an easy one. Okay, pile number 2, guys. Align me with pile number 2's energy. I never choose this one, which is funny. There's quite a few I haven't picked up. And I'm like, why not? Why not? I don't discriminate. Ooh, I felt something though. Pile number 2. Ooh, what? I was literally just saying this one never gets picked. That is probably intuition. I don't know. That is crazy. Okay, pile number 3, guides guide me to the crystal that wants to be picked. Okay. Number 3. Pile number 3. Which crystals align with pile number 3, guides? Which one? Pile number 3, are you in here? Pile number 3, guides. Is this you? I feel like it is. We're gonna go with it. All right, pile number, I haven't picked this one either. Yay. Fresh energy. Pile number 4, guys. Guide me to the crystal, please. Might be you. Let's see. Pile number 4, guides. Is this your energy? It's not quite. Hold on. Let me just move things around instead of taking them all out. Pile number 4, guides. Are you in here? Pile number 4. I feel drawn to this one. Pile number 4. It's either. Pile number 4. I don't feel anything in here. No. Pile number 4, guides. Energy. I don't feel anything either. It's in here. I'm trying to figure out which one. Is it you? Pile number 4, guides. Is it this one? Yeah, I think it is. It's like. There it is. Okay. Trying to get a little quicker at my crystal pickings. It's all about listening to your intuition. Okay. So let me go ahead and... Hey viewers, welcome to the point where you get to choose your pile. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce them. We have pile number 1 with Mookaite Jasper. Pile number 2 with the Howlite. Pile number 3 with the Hematite. And pile number 4 with the Black Obsidian. Inhale deeply and exhale. Take your time and really meditate on which pile resonates best with you. Here is the singing bowl. All right, let's go ahead and start with pile number one's reading with a Mookaite Jasper. All right, pile number one, if you chose this lovely Mookaite Jasper, then this is your reading. So I'll go ahead and read your crystal as usual, your cards, and then I'll get clarifiers. So what is calling to you? Where is your destiny calling to you right now? Starting with this crystal here. Okay. Well, the first thing I'm really sensing and feeling, it's like this color palette. It reminds me of like the colors are like really muddy and earthy. It kind of takes me to like oil paint and specific time. I'm trying to think Van Gogh, that period of time. What was that? I'm, I'm a terrible art student. It was the 50s? Van Gogh was back then. But okay, I'm being taken into like the psychological mind because I'm thinking about Van Gogh right now. And I'm thinking about how he had a very unique mind, and it worked and it saw and it identified colors very uniquely, very differently. Like because his mind, even though yes, it kind of was a lot, it was very much like a Uranus Neptune mind, Van Gogh, where he was a very unique genius. He saw things in a very unique way, but it kind of created a little bit of a psychosis for him, an experience psychologically. But yet it was like through his pain, it was through his struggle, um, psychologically, he was able to bring in so much beauty and boldness into and color. Like every time people see his art, they're not really thinking about how like the psychological warpness of it. They're thinking of like how beautiful and bold and bright the colors are next to one another. So that's like the first thing that's coming through. What is calling to you right now is to step into this place. I guess think like Van Gogh, right? He 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 used his pain, his struggles, and specifically like the psychological struggle to create beauty in this world, and he was obsessed with it. So perhaps you may literally be the artists in this pile. We have some artists, some creators, some very much Neptunian, Uranian, Uranus-like energy where your mind it just sees things very differently and very uniquely. It's kind of wild genius energy coming through. Um, and it calls for you to like right now where you're calling to be very bold, be very different in your expression of how you create your art, whether that's through music, writing, or literal like painting. Yeah. um yeah, I'm getting very much like that artistic rebellious vibe of like I'm going to make and create and do things that I want to do, and I'm going to express it. I'm going to find my own individual expression. So maybe perhaps people in this group, you feel like you like to isolate yourselves to create really beautiful things and get tap into your genius. It's like very much like 12th house energy where in isolation you find answers, um you find answers, you understand things, you have an abstract mind where you're able to put things together very beautifully, very uniquely. And then, you can bring it out in front of people and present it. And it makes an impact. Yeah. I'm definitely getting a sense of like power, regalness from this. It's like, I don't know, I'm getting fine art. That's where I'm feeling in tune with. It's like the quality of the work you're here to create right now is you're being called to start creating and making things that are aligned with the quality that you so desire to bring in. And I'm getting it's a sense of like a really strong something that's here to stay or last. Whatever you're working on right now, it's something that is building up towards, you know, being here left after you no longer are here on this earth. Because, Van Gogh, his reputation was that he became famous after he passed away. He didn't care though. He was lost in the creation of it and the making of it and being bold. with his creativity, his work. But I am getting recognition from this group, so I feel like people are going to recognize your work. It's meant to be seen. Yes. Yeah. I mean, with this red here, I'm really getting like, I'm definitely getting struggle, pain, um, psychological pain, psychological imbalance that you find a way to alchemize and you turn it into gold, basically. You turn your pain into this thing, but it becomes this beautiful thing. Like, I find it so ironic that Van Gogh, like, he was very destructive with himself, but he was so in tune with colors and beauty. He made things beautiful. When I look at his work, it's very Neptunian, it's very dreamy and beautiful. It doesn't take me into this place of darkness, even though that's where he was. He took the darkness and he made it, he used it to make something with it. Okay, so that is your reading for your crystal. Let's go ahead and get into the cards. So we have here Neptune. Wow. Okay, I did not. Neptune. I did not see that card. I didn't see any of the astrological cards for the decks. They all flipped upside down, or down, facing down. But look at that. Neptune, dream, transcend, clarified by Pisces. Oh my gosh. Okay. I was feeling that crystal. Healing. Look at that. Wow. We have here focus. It's time to get to work. This pile, it's time for you to get to work. Communication. So perhaps some of you, you're being called to communicate. You know what? Communication isn't just literal communication. You think about it? I like to create and communicate in many different ways. I like to visually communicate. So you can be a visual communicator where you use your hands. It could be digital art. It could be any form of communication, or you could literally be using your voice. It doesn't matter. It's just you're here to communicate an idea and push it out into the world. We also have here Angel. Very much like Van Gogh, even though he was very much, he had like a pure mind in this sense. And this is why it was so hard for him to be in this world, is because he had such a purity about him. His art felt very pure. It felt very pure. And then that's why this card next we have here, Warrior, strength and skill. This is a really nice complementing energy to go with it. Warrior. He was fierce about his mission. Very fierce about his mission of wanting to, like, we get this Artemis, focus, and the warrior. It's time to like be very impactful with putting whatever ideas you're here to share. It's so funny, like the parallel of these energies of the angel and the warrior is so interesting. But it's like your fierceness is so pure because it's coming from a place of healing, and connecting with the divine. You know, Pisces, Neptune energy, connecting to everything. That it comes off your art, the way that people view it and see it, it's just so healing for them. It brings peace to them. So I'm going to put these together because I love how the colors matched up there. And then we have here 51, Milk and Honey. Oh, that's about the pleasure, right? You think about Van Gogh's artwork, it was so colorful. It was so, like, the colors were very childlike. Pastels. When you use oil pastels, the colors are so bold. It's like using crowns, like coloring like a kid, and they're very hard to control. But it was because he entered into this childlike, even with this angel energy, this childlike mindset that helped him to access incredible beauty and art and create it. Milk and honey. Okay, and so the last one we have here is Shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. What are your gifts? Pile number 1. What are your gifts? You're here to communicate something. And it's through some sort of artistic expression. Whenever I refer to an artistic expression, I'm talking about something that is meant to be expressed from you in a way that you feel called to express it, whether that's dance, or that's creating visual art and a literal, like a painting, or that's communicating something. Quite frankly, I feel like intuitive people are just very creative because it's the same kind of energy, intuition, creativity, and it can be very random. So what are you being called to create right now? I'm feeling like you're here to make a bold statement because you're being called to focus. So the idea might be it could be a little bit random and very water-like, very much connected to the all, but there's something you're here to focus on creating right now. You're being called to focus on that. Okay, so let me go ahead and put these cards. Where should I put this here? Oh, look at those. Look at those. How those colors line up. Same kind of palette. Okay, so we're going to just kind of dial into this really quickly. Again, so Neptune, Pisces, same energy. Neptune and Pisces are both connected to the 12th house. You're here to create something, right? Create something that is very beautiful, very dreamlike, very unique, that people that haven't experienced, but when they sit in front of it, when they get to absorb it and take it in, it's going to bring this like sense of connection to awe and beauty. Okay, so Pisces, intimacy, intuition, and compassion. Yes, we already talked about the intuition. Dial into your intuition. She has her eyes closed. She's thinking about, she's connecting with herself internally, deeply. What am I here to do? What am I here to create? What am I feeling called to right now? Okay, so we have here Artemis focus, number 4. So 4 is about stability. It's about working on your goals. It's about getting organized. So now's the time. If you have an idea, take that one idea. What feels the most powerful to you? What feels like Van Gogh, he always had this very much impulsive. You have to create anything, you have to be very impulsive. I'm very impulsive when I create these videos. I just get an idea and I just go and do it. So it starts with the impulse. Then you start doing the work, right? You start getting organized and staying consistent. So it's very important. Find it. This is probably a time where you might feel called to feel a little bit isolated. Isolate yourself and just focus on putting work into your craft and building it, creating a solid foundation around this idea. So we have here shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. Again, what are your gifts? What are your gifts? It's time to take whatever gift you have, creative gift, undoubtedly, create very creative gift you have, and unveil it and transform it. Take it to the next level. We talked about the 22 communication, but not only that. Do you know what number 22 is? It's about imagination. It's the visionary number. It's about being very creative. So it's the master number of taking a dream, Neptune, Pisces energy, taking a dream and solidifying it into reality. That's what makes 22 a master number, because they take dreams, ideas, and especially like dreamy things, very visionary, creative things, and they ground it in reality. And we got the 22 adds up to 4. So it's time to ground your very creative, very unique idea into reality. We also have here angel, helping those in need with no expectation of return. This is what Van Gogh is about. He just created. He just created for the sake of creating. And if it's helping you, that's where it starts. But it's like, if you feel inspired to create, create, and then show it to other people. So this is the second part to it. Create the work, stay consistent, show it to an audience, unveil it to other people. Let people see this beauty. Let people into your dream world. Helping those in need with no expectation of return. Angel. Warrior. Strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. So conquering the ego, that's very much 12th house, because 12th house is the final house of astrology. It's about detaching, letting go of everything. This is what's so beautiful about creative energy, is it's very much detached from the ego. It's not about, fame or popularity. It's just about creating for the sake of creating, because you feel called to do it. You're being called to just like be impulsive and start creating and making whatever it is that you're feeling called to right now. But this also takes me to the focus energy, right? discipline, skill. You have skills, you have gifts, you have a sort of underlying strength and toughness about you that's going to help you to focus on bringing this idea that's going to help others to feel healed and more in tune with themselves. This is what you're being called to tap into, this energy. Both. I love the two of them together. They're so interesting, right? Angel and warrior. But even both of them are about, they're not about themselves at the core. They're both actually, in a sense, the same. It's just about accessing different energies, right? The angel is more about how can I be of service? The warrior is more of like, how can I conquer this? But it's not to conquer someone, it's to conquer the ego at the core. So whatever you feel called to do, if you feel like, oh my gosh, this is weird, this is silly, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter right now. It's not relevant. If you feel inspired to do it, it's because it's a part of your healing experience, and it's a part of a healing experience for other people as well. We also have here 51, milk and honey. So this is a sort of like the 9 of wands, not 9 of wands, sorry. The 9 of pentacles energy, 9 of cups energy. It's like this pleasure, this ecstasy of beauty. This is what you can create. Very much Neptune Pisces. This is what you're here to bring to people, as well as yourself in that experience. Milk and honey. This is how beautiful. It's like this is how people are going to view and experience your work. It takes them into a fantasy land, a totally different world. And this one has 5 is about change, and we have here 1, which is about the self. It's also about like the Aries energy kind of coming through in this card with Artemis and the warrior, like tapping into that Aries energy, that fierceness. Aries, go, be impulsive, do. 5 is about allowing things to shift and change. We're talking about where are you being called in your destiny. So obviously this requires you to change and move towards something else. Get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone and get in your creative world, your creative space. And 5 and 1 adds up to 6, which is about sort of that energy of caring for one another. Very much the angel energy. Helping people, caring for people, being loving towards other people through your craft. Okay, so that was very straightforward. We'll get some clarifiers. Advice for pile number 1 guides. Okay, let me. I feel like the card wanted to come out, but I was like, no. All right. Advice for pile number 1 guides. Okay, my hands feel slippery. Advice for pile number 1 guides. Okay, and a clarifier for that card, please. Actually, let's just flip it over and see what it is. Page of Pentacles. Time to get started. But most importantly, Page of Pentacles is about taking action. Tangible. So the first step you might need to think about is, what do you need to create this thing? What do you need? The information that's coming through here, what is being communicated here, is you have the idea. You have the inspiration. You have the ability to focus on it and create it. Most definitely. You have gifts. You have the skill. Now it's time to start creating it. So think about the tools you need. If you need any tools, start investing it and start, accumulating your tools. When I started doing YouTube videos, I bought all this camera stuff and whatnot, and it took me a while to actually get around to doing them, but I just knew that at some point I was going to make these videos. So start collecting the tools you need to create this idea. But really, this is what the secret that every artist knows. You don't really need anything other than what you already have. You don't need fancy tools. You just need something Basic. You got a camera phone. What do you need? You need some pencils, some paintbrushes. What do you already have available to you? Start creating now. Start creating now. All right. Clarification for pile number 1, guys. Aries. Whoop. Let's move that. We got Aries and Venus. Sorry, Venus in Aries in the 5th house. Woohoo! What have we been talking about? Artists. This is the pile of the artists. Whatever form that your art is here to show up in. This is the pile of the artists. 5th house. 5th house is also the house of intelligence. It's the house of the thing is, you need intelligence to create art because it requires you thinking and generating ideas and putting them together beautifully. So this is what is available to you. Venus in Aries, you're the artist. You're meant to create this thing. And you're meant to do it by yourself, quite frankly. I mean, you might need, it depends on whatever you're creating, but the cards are saying you can start right now making whatever it is you need to create. Right? 5th house of creativity, artistic expression. It's time to start doing it now. Venus, Venusian, whatever this is, it's meant to be beautiful. People are going to receive it and perceive it as beautiful. But also, Aries can be sort of a pioneer, maybe something that hasn't been done before. So if there's something you're thinking about doing and you're like, well, no one's ever done this before, I don't know if it's possible, you're meant to do it. And quite frankly, art is, it's varying to many different degrees. So nothing is ever going to be alike. I'm getting that you have a very unique idea that people are going to love. Love, love, love. But we need to see it. So go be a mad genius in the studio and get working. All right, pile number 1, that is the end of your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I hope you have a wonderful day or evening. Bye. Hey, pile number 2, if you chose the Howlite, then this is your reading. Where is your destiny calling to you right now? All right, so I'll read your crystal, read your cards, and then we'll get clarifications. Ooh, I love this. See, I'm so glad I'm doing a reading on destiny because I'm feeling some strong energies in these crystals. Ooh. Okay. So, I mean, the first thing that's coming through is that these lines, it kind of looks like marble. If you look at this Howlite, let me see if I can zoom closer to the camera for you so you can see it. Hold on. Let me. Okay. So the Howlite, yeah, it's making me think of marble. It feels very like electric. It feels like lightning in the sky. So it feels very much, what is like lightning? It's like very striking. It's very much intense. It's very impactful. It makes me think of the Vedic nakshatra, uh, Vishaka. Yeah, it shocks you. That's what it is. So there's something about, I think, what you're here to do or create that, or sorry, where your destiny is calling you. I mean, everything we do is about creating, right? Everything is creation. When you get up in the morning, you make your food, that's creation. So whatever your destiny is calling to you, it's meant to be, I don't know, it's like, I'm just feeling this energy, this really intense and bright energy. Reminds me of a, I don't, why is the words not coming out? But I feel it in my body. It's like buzzing. My body's like buzzing. It's shocking. It's lightning. It's quick. It's fierce. It's like a whip. That's the energy I'm getting through right from this crystal right now. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I just feel zapped. Okay, so we'll see what else we are sensing here. Mm, 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 mm. Um, let's see. It's very much taking me to marble. It looks like marble. It's making me think of simplicity, refinement. Something about it feels aged. It's like aged wine. Like it ages, but it ages beautifully. Very vague. Very, very vague. It's so weird. It's like the feeling, the sensation I'm feeling. It's almost like it whips you, but it clears your mind. It's like it whips you to get you to a space of clarity or quiet. What is that? It's kind of like when if like a teacher were to hit a ruler on, I mean, they don't do this these days, but if a teacher were to like smack a ruler on a board, it would get the students' attention and they would like their attention would go up to the board immediately. They would stop talking. There's something about this, it feels very strict, very fierce, kind of intense, but then it's like it feels very structured, like it feels like discipline, getting people's attention for the sake of, it's like wake up. Very much that shocking feeling, like wake up. Yeah, that's mainly what I'm getting. I'm trying to see. Hmm. I don't know. I think let's just maybe stick to the sensation of that. We'll keep it very simple with that. But something that clears people's mind, it's just, it gives people a sense of clarity. Or maybe this is what you're needing to bring an experience for yourself is like, oh, you're being called to like wake up to get clarity on something. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with your cards and we'll see how that matches up with the cards. So we have here Gemini energy. Yeah. And then we also have here Mercury. Beautiful. That's a nice combo there. They like each other. We have your answers. Okay, I see where this is going. I did not see that card. Shakti. Transformation. I didn't see that card. That is awesome. We also have here Death and Magic. Okay, that's kind of what I was seeing in my head. I was seeing a woman in my head, and she very much looked kind of like gothic and pale, and like she was just like walking into a room, and people just like looked at her very shockingly, like whoa, like her presence was just so strong. But then there's something about her that was just very quiet, and they were just staring at her. Yeah. I was gonna describe it, but then I was like, I don't know. So Death and Magic, Morrigan. And then we have here Autumn, Release the Old and Rest. And we also have here A Leg Up. Ooh, Serendipity. Ooh, you got a lot of cards. Okay, so let's go ahead and make space here. Let's see. Make sure everything is in the camera. And we have here Autumn, Release the Old and Rest. 34 Leg Up, 18 Serendipity. We have here 19 Flexible. Cool. And we also have here Mentor. Okay. See, this is why I was talking about the teacher. I was like, the teacher. You're here to be the teacher. This is where you're being called in your destiny. And student. Ooh, I love that. You can't actually be a good teacher or mentor without being a good student. They're one and the same. I love that. Okay, so we're kind of out of space up there. And we just have this awkwardness of this one by itself. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Symmetry. Symmetry. That's what we like. Okay, so let me dial into this. I mean, it's coming through very strongly. Okay. Maybe we should just read through all the cards. So we got Mercury and Gemini. So you're here to be a teacher without question. You're here to communicate something to people. You're definitely meant to be, your destiny is calling to you to be in front of people. You're here to help other people. You're here to mentor and help other people with some type of like really, this is the what you're here to bring is the answers. You're the one with the answers. You're like the sage, you're the mentor, you're the teacher. With the answers, it's going to help people bring in transformation. And it's most definitely connected to, it's like Scorpio energy. It's like the hidden aspects of life. I mean, even with transformation, that's 8th house, right? transformation. So you're here to bring like sort of shocking information. So I don't know if you have a directness or bluntness, or there's something you've learned about how life works that it woke you up and you're feeling called to wake other people up with this same information as well. And this is also part of my purpose as well, but this feels quite, I gotta say, this feels quite intense. Anytime I see this card too, I always think of the mula, which is connected to Kali. Mula is a Vedic nakshatra in Vedic astrology, and it's connected to sort of this like death energy, because like mula is about destruction to purify. So that's the energy I'm getting for this group. It's like destruction to purify. Maybe like tearing apart. I know that sounds dramatic. Tearing apart the false reality of this world to get to the truth of what this world is really about. You're here to tell people the truth about what this world is about. Very much strong crown chakra. Strong crown chakra energy is coming through here. You have the answers. You're downloaded with the answers and ideas of what needs to be communicated to the world so people wake up. You're here to wake people up right now. So you're being called to act on this right now. In fact, you're being called to communicate this. So if you're being called to communicate this right now, that means you already have accumulated a lot of information. You've been a student of life. You've been a student of life. So whatever information you have is ready to be communicated. So right now, what I would recommend is find the platform or the way in which you want to communicate that. Now, if you're already doing this, great, you are on path. But otherwise, find a platform to communicate your ideas, or a group of people, wherever you feel called to do this. Because you're meant to talk to and communicate and vibe with people and network with people. Not just Gemini energy, but also not just third house energy, but also 11th house as well. Big time. Okay, so next we have here, Death and Magic is about, let's go back to this. Death and Magic, I said Vishaka earlier, right? Vishaka is about shocking, the shocking energy. Vishaka is about spirituality. It's about shocking people with the truth. Vishaka ascendants or Vishaka native people of Vedic astrology, sometimes they say things that is very direct because it's in Libra. It's also in Scorpio as well. They can have a very shocking way of communicating things, but it gets people's attention and it wakes them up because it's the truth. They're like so blunt. In fact, Vishaka people, like Sun people as well, have a shocking energy about them too. If you look up spiritual leaders, if you look up Vishaka, Vishaka, if you look up Vishaka's energy and how it works, you'll see that a lot of spiritual leaders have Vishaka because they just speak very directly about the truth. It's very much enlightenment energy. And then, I got the Mula energy from this. Getting to the depths, the darkness. So Mula, even though it's in Sagittarius, Scorpio, it goes from Scorpio to Sagittarius, but it's still sort of the darker energy of Sagittarius. It's like the gothic energy of Sagittarius because it goes into this space of when the Sagittarius energy starts on its philosophical journey, it's moving from the space of Scorpio, of like the hidden depths of life, and now it's taking that darkness and it's bringing it out into an illuminated space of sort of that ninth house energy of like being around, I would say like around people, because you think in the ninth house, it's like a religious, could be like temples. So you're around people to share these hidden truths. That's how the energy is working. So you've developed this, you've learned, you've gone through your own transformation. It's also continuing to happen because we never cease to evolve. We continue. And you're taking this information and you're bringing it out into the world. Okay. So that we also have here 18 serendipity. And we have here 34 leg up, 19 flexible. And I love how we have a crow here we had a crow. She has crows around her and there's a crow here. Very symbolic. Yes. Okay, let me go back to that. So serendipity. Okay, so where your destiny is being called is things are kind of lining up for you because what is being asked of you So when things line up with ease, like people come into your life, they're helping you to elevate to the level of success. It's because the universe sort of has a plan for you. It's like a predestined. This is destiny, right? So this is like a predestined plan that's going to line up for you. So you're going to find yourself meeting the right people at the right time. You're going to find yourself meeting the right people at the right time in the right circumstances. So with this leg up and serendipity is like people are just going to come to you. They're going to be like, hey, why don't you do this? But you need to start, if you haven't already, you have to start putting yourself out there, putting your content out there, putting your face out there with the truth that you feel called to express and the answers you feel called to give to other people. And what's going to happen is things are going to line up for you. They're going to line up for you. Follow that impulse, right? This Mercury and Gemini is just like, do it. Like third house is like being impulsive. Just start doing it and creating it, communicating your ideas. Don't hold back. Just start doing it. And then things are going to line up where the right people are going to show up. It's going to happen sort of in a divine sequence for you. And we have your 19 flexible. You're going to have to be flexible. Flexible. So this is the time with the release the old and rest, because I was called to do something very similar in my life, is if there's something that isn't aligned with this destiny, that this huge part of your destiny that you're being called to right now, let it go. If you're not communicating answers that is philosophical, that people need to hear, that's going to bring transformation into their lives, it's not a part of your journey. So it's time to like transition, release that, and it's time to step into this destiny, this purpose that's calling to you, which means you're going to have to be flexible. You're going to have to create flexibility so you can start creating this. And this is something I have to do. I have to make space for being more creative in things that I truly felt called to do. So I started clearing out my schedule, and I also started saving money so I had time to put towards my goals and my dreams. So create flexibility wherever you can. Get creative. The divine will always lead you. Find ways to get creative with how to do that. And we can probably get some more clarifiers on that. So we have your student humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. Yeah. You're the student of life, and because you've been a student of life, you're here to be the mentor. Passing on wisdom and refining a student's character, directly connected. You're here to be a teacher. Okay. So let us see if there's some advice from the tarot. Let's see. So can we get some advice on this flexibility? Okay. I didn't do the numbers. We have 9, 10, 10, 9, and 7. 7 is about the divinity. This is about sometimes you have to go alone, be in isolation to get that clear information, that clarity on what you're here to communicate. Spirituality always requires isolation because, you know, the world is busy. It's buzzing with distractions. So if you need to isolate yourself to get clarity on what you're here to do and how to do it. 9 is about, to me, this is connected to purpose, like very much Sagittarius energy. It's like, all right, it's time to fulfill the purpose, to do the thing that is going to fulfill you. 2 9s. Oh, actually, I have 3 9s here. With the 10s, end of a cycle. So I'm feeling for this group, whatever is not aligned with this, it's time to transition out. It's time for it to end. It's time for it to end so you can move towards this powerful destiny that wants to be expressed through you. So yes, we have lots of ones. We have 4s about creating foundation and stability within yourself, safety within yourself. 5 is about embracing that change. 3 is connected to also Gemini energy. Be impulsive, create. We have the 7 again. 8 is about the prosperity, abundance. Also like connected to Scorpio, very much. Scorpio energy of like transformation, getting uncomfortable with the hidden aspects of life. And 1 is about you. Time for you to pursue your destiny. Okay. So can I get some advice for flexibility? How can pile number 2 embrace this flexibility? What can they do to open up towards their destiny that is calling to them? Okay. so let's flip these over. All right, beautiful. Destiny with the Wheel of Fortune there. We got 2 of Cups, and we have here 5 of Pentacles. Reverse, it came with the Wheel of Fortune. Looks like this was sort of a separate message that wanted to be expressed. Okay. So as you being the teacher, this is also advice on if you are a person who maybe tends to isolate yourself or keep to yourself, it's time to start connecting with other people. And not only that, with this leg up here and the serendipity, I think there's going to be specific people that are going to be called towards helping you to realize this vision. Yeah. So you're meant to work in connection, in partnership with someone and with other people who can help you. With the 2 of Cups, this is like people of the same. So to me, this is maybe someone who can perhaps help you, like be a mentor to you in a sense, to help you elevate, because they see the potential in you. They want to elevate you to the same level. With the leg up, yeah, that's what's being communicated. Someone specifically wants to help you to realize this dream and desire. So open your heart to this, allowing someone to come into your life to help you realize your vision. And I'm going to stop there. I'm not going to go any deeper. There could be more to this 2 of Cups energy, however you interpret it, but really where you're being called is to fulfill your purpose here. Okay, so we have here 5 of Pentacles came out reversed with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so let me flip these towards you so you can see them. Okay, so 5 of Pentacles is always about releasing and letting go of the fear of the tangible of what, you feel like you don't have. So this to me is about the flexibility, because we were talking about the flexibility, right? I'm like, it's time to start transitioning. So you might have a fear of like, oh, what about the money? I got to pay the bills. No. This is divine. They're telling you to tap into the divinity of asking the universe for help. Asking the divine for help and guidance every step of the way. So ask them, hey, what should I do? What should I do right now? What would be the best idea? Honestly, with you having as much knowledge available to you and such a strong crown chakra here, energy coming through, you already have some ideas about how you can do this. So they're telling you, honestly, with the 5 of Pentacles being reversed, it's like you actually don't have that lack of, it's an illusion. It's an illusion and it's a fear. It's like time to release the old. This is an old mentality. And quite frankly, once you really understand how important it is to share your gift, to share your vision with the world, to share your ideas, to communicate it, and make this a priority, everything else is going to fall away, because you're going to constantly be inspired, and you're going to constantly be given divine inspiration on what to do next and what to do next. Take it step by step. The divine wants to help you. You need to open up to its availability. Right? That's what you're being called to do. Okay, so additional advice for pile number 2, guides. Okay, that was funny. We got Jupiter in the 5th house in Leo. Wow. You know what's funny? I said the word create. It like came out of my mouth when I was looking at your crystal. What you're here to create. Most definitely what you're here to create. What you're here to create and give to people is to be their guru with this Jupiter. So focus on, you are the teacher. This is, by the way, 5th house is intelligence. Intelligence. This is where you get your college education. Teacher. But the thing about what people mistake is that they think 5th house is just about college education. But actually, you're a divine teacher. You're here to be a part of the divine expression of knowledge. You're here to give people real intelligence, quite frankly. Let me just put it to you straight. You're here to give people real intelligence. Intuitive intelligence. Not what they teach you in schools. That's very limited. So what are you feeling called to educate people on? Because you have the answers. You have the divine knowledge. You are meant to be part of this. Be a guru to other people. 5th house is also the house of kids, but let's think about it as students too. This is where you find your students, 5th house. 11th house too. 11th house, 3rd house, 7th house, anywhere you're connecting with people. But um, because I always think about kids and classrooms and school, I feel like 5th house is a good expression of that as well. I like to interpret that way. That way. And Leo is about you being the teacher. You're the teacher. Don't hold back. And I really like Leo energy because, especially in the 5th house, it's just such a natural, you have a natural affinity for being such a good teacher to people. They enjoy listening to you, they enjoy listening to what you have to say. They respect you because Leo is a leader. Hold on, my eyes are burning right now because I'm sweating into my contacts. Okay, so that is it for this reading pile number 2. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. If you chose the hematite, this is your reading. So I'll read your crystal, your cards, and then I'll get clarifications. So where's your destiny calling to you right now? Pile number 3. Right. So first thing, this is heavy. Probably one of the heaviest crystals for sure. Does remind me of a spaceship. No lie. Okay, let's see. It feels like a cocoon, like a spaceship, a cocoon. Maybe you're feeling called to cocoon right now. And it reminds me of like a baby. I don't know. I'm thinking about, because I watched Smallville, when Kal-El was put into the spaceship, he's like a baby. And then he came out of the spaceship. It was like he was birthed into the human world. Okay. Maybe they want you to get grounded in reality. Maybe that's the thing that's coming, is you're being called to get grounded in this reality. Maybe. Let's see what else. Oh, I just see my reflection. That's very distracting. Maybe you're being called to see yourself clearly right now. See clearly. See something clearly. I don't know. I really like this crystal. I like how smooth it is. I like the density of it. It feels very heavy and solid. Maybe you're needing to solidify something. Yes, I think that is what it is. Oh, sorry. That was intense. Yeah, I'm also getting this image of like you're needing to solidify something within yourself to become solid and firm. What else? Grounded. Impenetrable. I always feel like this Superman Kal-El spaceship was kind of impenetrable. In fact, didn't they? It survived. Like they put it somewhere. I think. Who was Clark Kent's father? Jonathan. Didn't he like put it in the barn, or he packed it away somewhere? And they couldn't do anything with it because it's artificial. It's it's artificial matter that cannot be destroyed by human hands. Yeah. It just feels so, this energy just feels so calm and zen. It's like getting everything together and solidifying it and just bringing it all together. What else? What else? Yeah. Maybe see yourself clearly. Yeah, something, there's a message there too. I think we'll leave it at that and get started on your cards. Let's see what else. Anything else wants to come through? Looks kind of like a snake head right now. It's like... Okay, we'll just leave it there. I think that is solid. I don't know. I like the reflectiveness and the shininess of it. It does make me think kind of futuristic energy and... I mean, I guess because I'm getting callow. Maybe there's some alien, some connection to aliens, or that's very like something unusual, embracing your unusual, uh, very different, very unique aspect of yourself. Okay, let's go. Let's go. We got here Capricorn. Yep, solid. Getting solid. We have here Sun. Sun in Capricorn. Yeah, that's also about the grounding energy I was sensing. Boundaries. Solid. Getting solid. We have your radical acceptance. Ooh, seeing yourself clearly. Liberation. We also have here Skyfather. Trust the unknown. It's so funny. That card has come out in 3 readings back to back. Loyal Heart. 35. We also have here Child Divine. And we have your Knight. Loyalty, romance, and ship. Let's put these together. Let's put them together. There's some love that wants to come into this pile's life, and we're going to get nosy about that later. Okay, so let's just whirl on through. We got here Capricorn energy. We got here Sun. Sun in Capricorn, this is about getting very solid within yourself, about grounding yourself in this reality. But Capricorn is the oldest earth sign, right? So it's about having the determination to, Sun is illuminating, right? So it's illuminating you. It's illuminating the Capricorn energy of being determined to push through obstacles, to push through difficulty so that we can achieve the result at the end of it. Capricorn is the most disciplined, probably, the most disciplined sign. So now's the time to get disciplined, to get focus. If you have ambitions that you're focused on, wanting to do and accomplish, now is the time to go about doing it. Yeah. So we have self-express and embody truth. I think that's definitely connected to 15, Freya, radical acceptance, your truth. Who are you at your core? Who are you? What are you here to do? What are you here to build? And who are you here to be? Radical acceptance. And you know what's interesting? She has 2 infinity signs. I just noticed that. We'll go back to that. Oh, there's an infinity sign again here. Interesting. Infinity sign, and there's 2 infinity signs she's wearing here on her pack. It's this energy of everything is connected. It's the energy of beginnings and endings meeting to one another. Every beginning is an ending. Every ending is a beginning. And it goes on and goes on. Infinity. It's like this, I feel like it's this feeling of I am connected to everything. Everything's connected to me. I am of everything and everything is of me. We'll go back to that one. We also have here liberation. That's about the truth, embodying the truth of who you are. And what you're here to do. So with this earth energy coming through very strongly, Capricorn, bam. What do you feel like you're here to do in this world? Even this feels very earthy, this radical acceptance with Freya with a green. What are you here to do? And how are you here to show up? So we have your 25, Kali, liberation, very intense. I feel like I want to go back to that. Well, it's connected to this one. Skyfather, trust in the unknown. I say it's connected because they both have a mature energy. Kali is more about the warrior energy. Kali is about destruction for the sake of purity. Destruction for the sake of purity. So even though I feel like this group is most definitely being called to ground, you're being called to ground yourself. And I'll go back to this, like I totally skipped it. Boundaries. Create boundaries in your connections. And I feel like these boundaries that you're going to create for yourself is going to bring in this connection, creating healthy boundaries around what didn't serve you. But it's also going to give you the courage to illuminate and pursue something that you really want to do. You want to build. You want to create. Yes, but Kali, let me go back to this. She is about destruction, destructing and tearing apart for the sake of tearing apart the ego. She tears apart the reality of the world that is not necessary anymore for the sake of getting to purification, getting to the truth, the sun, the illumination. That's what's so beautiful about how shadow and the sun energy works. And I think that is what the infinity energy that wants to be communicated. Your shadow is connected to your sun energy, your illumination, the darkness, the past, the difficulties are learned experiences that have brought you to a place of maturing for the sake of purifying yourself and being able to illuminate. What happens when you illuminate and you become bright? What happens when you radically accept yourself? For one, let me let you know this. One, your life gets so much easier and everything just starts to flow. Your purpose gets clarified. So if you're not clear in your purpose, now is the time to really allow yourself. You have this liberation, you both liberation for other people, but most definitely for yourself. Liberating yourself, it's what's going to help to bring this illumination. You liberate yourself by being honest about what needs to fall away that did not work. How you saw this world, how you saw people, relationships. What was not working? What is not the truth? You know it. At the core, you do. It's time for you to fully liberate yourself. Fully liberate yourself. You've already started this journey. Continue your transformation. And there's most definitely, this is a advice card about putting up boundaries, but I think this group, oh, you're learning boundaries very, very, very well. Because if you didn't understand boundaries very well, you would not be able to bring in this beautiful connection, which I'm going to just put it out there for you, is a divine soulmate connection. Even if you're in a partnership, it could be helping to bring in and solidify your partner, your connection with someone. We have your loyalty twice. Loyal heart, 35. Loyalty, romance, chivalry, a love of honor. Someone who truly honors you at your core because you honored yourself. I'm not really getting a strong sense of like this group, you're needing to do a lot so much as just be you. And because you're being yourself at the core, and you've completely, you're stepping to this phase of being called to like accept yourself. It's like you're calling in a divine counterpart here because you're illuminating. And this person is also illuminated. They're on your level. Can you guys hear that plane? It's so loud. And I see 1, 2, 3 on the clock right now. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. That's a sign for something. Oh, it's coming in. It's coming in. I don't know if you can hear that plane, but I can most definitely hear the plane. And let me just tell you, I feel like that's a sign. 1, 2, 3. I saw 1, 2, 3 on the clock. It's coming in. It's moving towards you right now. I feel like you've already begun the work, the transformation, because Capricorn is the height of the earth signs, right? We got here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's the completion of grounded energy. You're about to complete this phase of grounding, solidifying yourself, being in your body and being yourself. Thus, you're magnetizing towards you this divine counterpart in reality. Okay, so Sky Father, trust in the unknown. You're being called to trust in the unknown, right? The way that things unfold. You're being called to not plan everything out perfectly. You don't need to. Even with this Capricorn energy, you would think with the methodical steps, um, you're being called to embrace the more abstract, methodical steps. So it's like, what are you feeling called to maybe on a weekly or a daily basis? You have to listen to that. And I most definitely agree with that messaging because we have here child divine. Innocence, purity, and redemption suggests a special connection with the divine. The child divine, they're not thinking about, oh gosh, how do should I turn in my resume or my application to get accepted into this school? It's just taking it day by day. Just being yourself, being present in your body. This is what you're being called to do right now. Is just be very present. Even if that calls you to meditating, just being in nature, whatever calls for you to just sit and be present. That is really what your destiny is calling you right now. So we have here, yes, we talked about the loyal heart, love of honor. Yeah. So beautiful. The two owls. So this person's going to match you on your level because you've achieved with the sun in Capricorn this height, this wisdom from your experiences. You're attracting someone who is also wise, who also understands this knowledge of how the universe works, how everything works. This is where you're being called right now, is to you're here to experience a divine counterpart. You're here to experience love. Someone who can match you on that. They match you. And they also want to court you and romance you and care about you and honor you. Yeah, you're just being called right now to most definitely embrace the divine, ground yourself, create boundaries, and feel liberated in your expression. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get some clarifiers. Any advice for pile number 3 guides? And let's see. I see 3 5s here. 35, 15, 25. Wow, look at that. 15, 25, 35. Sequence. Didn't I say I saw 1, 2, 3 earlier? It's coming. This group, your destiny it's unfolding as we speak. 1, 2, 3. It's falling in sequence. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 5, 5, 5. Change is happening now. So this is why it's time to get grounded, honestly, in yourself and just trust. They want you to trust because it's going to move towards you. This person's going to move towards you. You might be called to, when it comes to like the Capricorn energy, you might be called to take on certain projects people might want of your energy. But that's why we're creating boundaries, because we want the right people, sincere people to come towards us. But because you are on the path to creating these solid boundaries, the right people are going to come towards you with ease. It's unfolding as we speak. Get ready. Trust in the unknown, because it might be random. It might be random. We're just going to have to embrace it. All right, guides. Can I get some advice for pile number 3, please? Okay. 6 of Pentacles reversed. That's about the boundaries. So 6 of Pentacles reversed is always about an imbalance of an exchange of resources. Even Capricorns, because Capricorn is the other side of the coin of Cancers. Cancers can be like very intuitive and very giving of their energy. Capricorn too, they're more giving of their energy in the physical sense of their time and their like physically just being around people. Like if someone needs help moving their furniture, they're like, okay, I'll do that. Someone's like, hey, can you do this? I'm like, sure, I'll do that. So they most definitely, I think they want you to let go of this habit. Because Capricorns, they're about being ambitious and being very disciplined and just going sometimes. And they forget to rest. So they really want you to put up those boundaries and stop giving of your resource right now because there's an imbalance of resource. Pull that resource back to you. Pull that energy back to you. So really, I'm seeing someone who's spending more time with themselves, quite frankly. So find a way to spend more time with yourself. You're being called to, because I was talking about the spaceship, right? I was talking about the spaceship and I was talking about the baby and being reborn, which is interesting because we got child divine here. It's time for you to cocoon. So cocoon so that you can get ready. Don't isolate yourself, just cocoon so you can recharge. Cocoon. Okay. Any more? My voice cracked. Any more additional advice for pile number 3 guides? Let's see. So you got Page of Pentacles. Look like he came out reverse, right? Let's see, reverse or upright? Okay, we'll take him reverse. So again, that's about resources. So Page of Pentacles, when he comes out reverse, that's usually because we don't, what is there, fear of starting something new or, let's get a clarifier for this Page of Pentacles before I speak. Let me look at him too. Might help me. Clarify for the Page of Pentacles, please. Oh, look at that. Oh, okay, he kind of spun around, didn't he? Okay, so we have here the Emperor. Okay. Page of Pentacles and the Emperor energy together. Page of Pentacles reverse. And I'm going to say this guy because he kind of fell and he slipped around. I almost wanted to take him reverse. Interesting energies to come together, right? Because the Page is beginning his journey, whereas the Emperor has finished his. Very much child divine Capricorn energy if you were to give it another imagery or some other kind of imagery. Oh, interesting. To me, this is the child divine energy. It's about like this sense of I feel like this group, perhaps you have this need to do a lot for other people because you do have a lot of goals. You have a lot of things you want to create and make and be successful at with the Sun in Capricorn. You have ambitions you want to accomplish. But they're actually saying they want you, with this Page of Pentacles being reversed. Yes, it's very much about trusting in the unknown. It's pull away from, they want you to feel solid and grounded in your body. And even the Emperor is Taurus energy, this earth energy. So I feel like it's this need to like not give away your resource, but instead get grounded in what you already have. Get grounded in yourself. You don't have to acquire. They're saying you don't have to acquire. You don't have to keep building or getting, because the Page is about beginning and learning. They're actually saying, no, you have within you the Emperor energy. You already know. It's almost like coming in with like a past life seniority. It's like you already advanced in your previous lifetime. So you're not actually here to do that. You're actually here to already reap the rewards of an Emperor. I know the Capricorn is about building and creating and doing the work, but they're most definitely saying stop trying to do so much, but instead get more present and understand you already have acquired what you need. It's about a mentality. They want you to shift your mentality to feeling as though you already have acquired what you need. It's all within you. It's all available within you. Okay, I just said Taurus energy. I meant Aries. Okay, so, but it's kind of the same concept. Just switch the sign. Yes, so the Emperor is about Aries energy. You already are the leader you need to be with the liberation. They want you to let go of this feeling of like you have a beginner's mindset. Maybe you feel like you do have a beginner's mindset, but your beginner's mindset or you not having the experience you trusting in the unknown, you not knowing all of the steps is working to your advantage. You already have the status of the emperor energy. It's about a mentality shift. You are the liberator. You just need to be it. You need to start being it. So, it wasn't coming through. I mean, Sun in Capricorn is about doing, building, and being ambitious and creating, a reputation. But they're actually saying by being more present in your body, you will be given the inspiration to know what you need to do. They want you to stop physically working so hard. Just be present in some way, shape, or form. The status will be able to move, like it'll become a part of your life with ease. You don't have to work that hard to acquire it. It's like something to some degree you've mastered. That's why all you need to do is just accept. It's already downloaded into you. You just need to believe it. Believe you are the leader. Okay, so let's go ahead and get additional advice for pile number 3, guys. Sagittarius, Venus in the 2nd house. Okay. So Venus likes to be in the 2nd house because that's about the tangible. Sagittarius. It's very much the liberator energy coming through because, well, I always think of Kali associated with Mula, which is in Sagittarius energy. Zodiac sign. It's very interesting. Fire sign in an earth house. Very much this energy, right? Earth, fire, together. So Venus, I always think about abundance, comforts, pleasures of life. Could also be about maternal energy in your life. In the 2nd house of that which is around you, they want you to surround yourself and focus on your vitality, your fire, your knowledge, your energy, being present. This will help you to stay and be grounded, more grounded, and also bring in the prosperity you seek in regards to your ambitions. The knowledge, the fire, the impulsive energy to create, the fire in you will give to you the comfort you need. Trust in the unknown. Okay. Any clarifiers? Pile number 2, where's their destiny calling them right now, guys? Sorry, pile number 3. Pile number 3, where's their destiny calling them right now? So we have here Mercury in Leo in the 10th house. So Mercury is about communication, it's about networking, it's about your intelligence, it's about your mind. It's in the sign of Leo, which is about leadership. So this group does desire to be a leader for other people. It's so interesting because fire energy came up again. Yes. This group, follow your impulsive inspiration. Do take the time to cocoon and recharge and solidify yourself and just be one with yourself. But also, because you're being called to be a liberator, and you're also being called to be in front of other people and have and build and create a high reputation, this is going to be done through your communication, your intelligence, the way that you think, your ideas communicated to others You have a leadership mentality. Most definitely leadership mentality. It's your intelligence, it's your mind, it's your ideas that need to be communicated to a broader network of people, people who perceive you. This is what's needing to happen right now. What are your ideas that you're needing to express? Your intelligence that you're needing to share, you're feeling inspired to share. Follow your inspiration. That's it. To be the leader that you need to be for your ambitions to be realized. That is the end of your reading. Thank you, pile number 3. Hi, pile number 4. If you chose the Black Obsidian, then this is your reading. I'll read your crystal first, your cards, and we'll get clarifications next. Okay, so where is your destiny calling you right now? Pile number 4. Well, first I'll say the energy does feel quiet. I almost feel like if I were in a tunnel, I would hear, if you've ever heard a tunnel, if you've just sat. I don't know if you were ever like a kid at a playground, they had those little tunnels. That was back in my day. I don't think they have them anymore. But if you're just sitting in like an empty tunnel and you could hear wind pushing through and has like a hollow noise, that's what I'm hearing. It's like a hollow noise. So maybe there's some kind of emptying that needs to happen, like an emptying, so things can like hollow out, or something is needing to be hollowed out or taken out in a way that is a cleansing. But it feels very like easy. Yeah, it just feels so quiet. So maybe you're needing to step into a space where you have more quiet available to you if possible. You're just needing quiet, silence right now. So you can focus your energy or you can meditate. Yeah, I'm just hearing a noise. It's like that hollow. If I were to play it on a music, I don't know how the sounds are made. Oh, I don't know. It's like a chanting, but like if they were chanting in a tunnel, and it's a little, not ethereal, but what's the word? Not ethereal. Haunting. I don't know. It feels the energy just feel like kind of like a maturing, intense, ancient. I just hear this like men chanting in a, maybe they're chanting in a like a cathedral of some sort. So maybe there's something about going to a spiritual, very much ninth house energy, going to a spiritual place of isolation, spiritual place, sacred, being around sacred energy. Yeah, so maybe there's something about going to an ashram. I honestly don't know what that word means, but in my mind, I feel like I know what it means. An ashram, just like a temple or a sacred place, going to some place quiet. Maybe you're just needing to energetically get into a place of quiet right now so that things can be purified. Yes. Yes, this energy feels very still. I feel like you're being called maybe to be in a place of stillness. Something about the texture here too. I almost feel like maybe you're being called into a place of stillness because you're needing to get to work creating something that requires a lot of concentration and careful focus and intentional repetition. That's what I'm feeling. How's is I don't know. Yeah, it just feels so quiet, so peaceful. Okay, so let's go ahead and tap into see what your cards are. Pile number 4, Saturn, Uranus. Whew, that is some powerful energy together, I gotta say. I gotta say. And I was talking about the repetition, right? The focus. Saturn is very much like that repetition, structure, focus, focus, focus. But Uranus is also kind of like the genius. Yeah, Uranus is the intellectual genius. Ooh, love. Beautiful. Forgiveness. Yes. So there's like a emptying out that needs to happen to make space for this creative genius, very intense energy that wants to come out. We have here Mama Kila, the moon. We also have here great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. Regeneration. Fool. Please don't tell me this is going to be... Okay. This card always comes out with another card, but it's not out. So guess what? I was seeing spiritual ashram. Or, sorry, spiritual, like a temple. We have here monk and nun. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so I will connect this to my vision. Oh my gosh. This is so beautiful. I gotta say. I have to say. Because right now what you're being called towards is to release, to let go, forgive, and regenerate. And most definitely connect to your spiritual roots with this monk and nun energy, because something wants to come out and be expressed here with this Saturn and Uranus. Saturn is always about the work, the repetitive structure, and work to build. You have to have a lot of patience to build something, and you're being called to create something that is very, very unique and very ingenious and expressed in a way that is very unique, very different. This group, I don't know, this energy just, it feels so, 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 so deep. Like, there was something, I was feeling with this, like, ancient, it just feels very ancient. I mean, you probably have, we all do have past life connections. But if you feel called to in this pile, you feel called towards a certain religion or a temple, to go to a certain foreign land, to travel somewhere, to just be on your own, to be in isolation, to meditate for like 8 hours a day, do it. Because it's part of your regenerative process. This forgiveness that needs to happen because something wants to come out. You're being regenerated. You're being called to regenerate right now. And most definitely listen to your emotions. I want to put this here. Almost. I feel like these energies. Yeah, that looks better. It's like something very pure wants to come out of you and express out of you. And it's something you're being called to divinely create. With this Saturn energy, it's like It's pretty big. Like Saturn is the second largest planet in our solar system. So it calls for you to do a lot of work to build and create something um, that will stand, that is solid, that is durable. So I didn't even read over the cards because I was just so excited. Saturn here with a feel restricted, experience struggle, learn hard work and patience. Uranus, radical change. 7, Branwen, forgiveness. 32, Mama Kila, the moon. And we have here love. She looks like she's holding a rose quartz of some sort. Yeah, something pure. This is the purity. I guess this was in the right place. It was next to the Uranus. Let's go ahead and move this back. How funny. That's funny. I feel like this is connected. This thing that you're wanting to create, it requires purification to be expressed fully. So we have here, yes, I said 32, Mama Kila, the moon, right? Love, great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. 46, regeneration, fool, fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. Shadow attributes, using humor to wound rather than liberate, denial of your emotional truth. Monk and nun, selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. Shadow attributes, negative judgment of the physical world, excess piety. Okay, what else can I say about this group overall? I just want to go back to my vision. I was actually seeing monks. This, I don't know, it's so crazy how energy works. I was seeing like monks in a cathedral, like humming. I was also kind of going in my imagination. I was seeing like a scene from, I don't know, was it Star Wars? Or I feel like my imagination sort of made it up. I mean, we don't ever make anything up. It's ideas we grasp. That's why we can be intuitive and see things, because we're grasping at ideas and energy. So I feel like this group, you're really being called to purify right now. If you feel called to a temple, going to a place, being in isolation, you need to regenerate right now, because you're going to build something that's going to require a lot of energy. A lot of energy. Very unique, very different. And it's born of this love. It's born of love. Yes, this group needs a lot of focus. And I'm getting like very, very sensitive. You need a very specific kind of environment to help you recharge, because you're very intuitive with the moon here. Very intuitive, very psychic about certain ideas that want to come out into this world. Creative ideas that want to come out into this world. There's some releasing that needs to happen with forgiveness, because that is the blockage. It's like if we hold on to anything, it's hard for us to levitate up to our fullest expression. Expression requires levitation, but if we're weighed down, this stone is so light, this crystal is light. If we're weighed down, we can't really be purified. So we need to hollow it out. We need to get everything out. Forgiveness. Through being present. We'll get some more advice from the tarot. Perhaps you are being called to be a spiritual teacher with this great teacher and monk and nun. The energy that's really coming through, it's so dedicated and very stable, very... I feel like this group, like, you don't have to say a lot and people will listen. Very impactful with your energy. It creates ripples with ease. Whatever you're here to create is going to create ripples with ease, but it needs a lot of focus for it to come out. Let's get a clarifier for the Fool here, because I always find that an interesting card to come out. The humor card. Clarifier for the Fool, please. Why is the Fool here? Why is Fool here? Something beautiful wants to really, something really pure and beautiful wants to come out of you. Look at that. We got the meditation card with the Four of Swords. It's very much spiritual energy right there. Meditation. Yeah, you're being called to meditate. Clarification for the Fool, please. Five of Swords. I think this is how they want you to approach the forgiveness. They want you to use humor. Because, let's be honest, everything happens for our evolution, right? Maybe this group, maybe you have a tendency with the Saturn energy to be quite serious sometimes, to take things very seriously. They want you to levitate. And humor helps you to levitate. They want you to laugh at the ridiculousness of certain situations. Like with this Four of Swords, that's the knight. He goes into battle. All right, so this is the forgiveness. This is the conflict. Five of Swords, the conflict. But they want you to tap into this, like walk away and be this Four of Swords knight guy. He left the battle. He's gone. Bye. Time for meditation. See ya. No battles need to be fought. There's no fighting that needs to be fought. There's no words that need to be expressed. They just want you to go and be in your own energy right now. Cocoon away. Okay. Let's see. Any more advice for pile number... I feel like... Here, let's just ask for additional advice. Additional advice for pile number 4, guides. Seven of Swords reversed. Seven of Swords, it's the truth. A lot of Swords energy. So maybe time to release that mental space. Get out of that mental space. Hollow it out. Your mind. Empty out. This is why meditation is so beautiful, because you're just being present in your body. You're literally, all you do is you focus your mind on feeling the sensations in your body. Now no problems exist. And even if, there is conflict with people, without question, right? They're causing conflict, challenges in your life. Laugh at it. The ridiculousness of it sometimes. How we create stories in our head. We create stories in our head. We say, well, this person did that, and then that hurt my feelings, and then that. But it's like once it happened, it happened. But we move on once we let go of the story. If we keep thinking about the story, well, now it has control over us. Seven of Swords reversed. That's about the truth, right? So that's kind of like, actually it makes me think about the Fool a little bit, because it's like this person's trying to be deceptive, but he's not doing a very good job at it, right? And when it's reversed, it's like, okay, I can totally see what you're doing. So you can see with clarity, you have a very good intuition that this person does not have good intentions. This person does not have good intentions. Okay. Divert your attention, pull it towards you. Okay. So, let's see. Additional advice for pile number 4, guides. Gemini, K2. Look at that in the 10th. It's exactly this reading. What we were talking about, the mental energy, the thoughts. Releasing, K2. The South Node. In Gemini. The thoughts that are running around in your head on repeat. They're not important. Hollow it out. Let it go. Let it go through meditation. Just being present in your body. Okay, and we have here 10th house. 10th house is where they want you to just focus on your own energy, because what's the opposite of the 10th house is the 4th house. Home, comfort, psychological comfort. 4th house. So 10th house is kind of about other people, reputation, you being seen by other people. Yeah, now is not the time. Now's the time to cocoon. So we'll get clarifiers. What is pile number 4? Where are they being called right now when it comes to their destiny guides? 9th house. Jupiter, Sagittarius. Whew! You are the spiritual teacher. You're the guru. And you're being called to be... 9th house is literally, it's like the temple. So if you're being called towards like a specific group of people, organization or whatever, where you feel like you share a collective energy with them when it comes to philosophy, when it comes to spirituality, this is where you're being called to. Very, very, very powerful. Jupiter, not only is it in its own sign of Sagittarius, Jupiter, the guru, is in its own sign of expansion, of understanding the world, of philosophy, but it's also in its own house, the 9th house. The energy is going to flow. That's where you're being called towards your spiritual expression right now. That's it. This is what you're being called to do right now. Okay. I almost don't want these readings in because I'm having so much fun, but this is the end of it. Pile number 4. You're being called to be the thing that you're here to express. I feel like it is just spiritual energy here. It's just spirituality. You're here to be in it, melt in it, be one with it. Because that is all that you're being called towards right now. It's more like the being energy, a sense of being present in this energy, the spirituality. Yeah, this is what you're creating though. See, this is the thing, is when people align with their purpose, their energy, their destiny, when they purify, it elevates the energy around those who are around them, around their community. This is where you're being called to elevate your energy here, regenerate, purify. So we have 6 and 4, which makes 10. So that's about end of cycles, new beginning. 7, divinity. 3 is the trine. It's also about, yes, it's about the trine. Stick to that. 3 and 2 make 5. And then I think we had another 5. Oh, I think with these cards we had a 5. So we have a 7, a 5, and a 4. Foundations, change, divinity. 2 is union. Yeah, you're being called to, you, as cheesy as it sounds, be one with God right now. Even Saturn, they always say Saturn is actually one of the most important planets in spirituality, because you wouldn't be able to uphold such a strong and powerful connection with the divine without discipline and repetition. You know, meditation takes quite a bit of discipline. Just sitting there, sitting still, it's serious work. It's quite intense. And even with this Uranus radical change, maybe this does and will be a radical change from your previous experience. But this is where you're being called right now. Okay. So that is, but also Jupiter, specifically, that's the teacher. Jupiter, the teacher, the guru, is in the classroom of the world. Like 9th house is the classroom of the world. I was watching a video the other day, and they were talking about there's no classroom for the divinity that we understand, like, you know, astrology. There's no classroom. There's no like specific temple you go to understand divine. The world is your classroom. The world is your classroom. The knowledge you seek and acquire, well, they're saying you have access to it. I mean, we all have access to the information. If we allow ourselves to quiet enough, we have access to it with ease. I mean, with this moon, strong intuition, strong sense of guidance, of understanding where you need to go. And, unlike all the other piles who had trust, this pile, it's like you do trust in the divine. The only thing that's stopping you is holding on to past experiences that are limiting you. The mental attachment, because it's not real. When we shift our mindset, our perception, we realize, oh, it's not real. It's not even like we're all one, and we're all here to help each other awake. So our challenges are here to help us awake, and you most definitely know this. I'm going to say this pile, you most definitely know this. Just continue and complete with the 10, the regeneration, complete your regenerative process of forgiving so that you can access this contentment, this peace, and be called towards and enter into being that teacher that people need to listen to. Okay. Thank you, pile 4.